Yes, Ajitam, you're on mute right now. Yes.
So yeah, hi everyone, and it's always a pleasure to be amongst my fraternity. It's always a pleasure to be amongst educators. And apologies from my side, my webcam failed on me today, and this is the only thing I could manage, and that is how I'm working. So I'm really sorry for that. But yeah, what is more important is how we are going to navigate through a tool which not only allows us to give appreciation to our children, but it also acknowledges their efforts, whatever they are doing, howsoever they are doing. And if you're able to acknowledge their efforts in any small way as we can, that is an awesome thing that we can return back to our children. Not only our children, we can do that as an administrator. I can do that for my teachers also. If I'm taking a webinar or I'm conducting a session, I can do it for my participants as well, for my trainees as well. So that is an awesome way of doing that. So let's get on to that. And what we are going to start with is my screen's visible, Roshali?
Yes, it is
Yeah,
visible.
yeah,
Yeah.
all right. So what we are going to start with is Certify'em. What is Certify'em actually? It is a free to use tool with which we can create free to give certificates to whomsoever we want, right? But there are, remember, a free version has a watermark to the certificates. That's the only disadvantage of the free version. But if you really want to go for, if your school goes for a platinum version or a gold version or something of that kind, if you can buy the version, if you can buy some subscription of the app, so that would be really awesome. And then there are so many more things that you can try with the app. All right, so first of all, to use Certify, we must have Certify'em app um, in our list of tools. Okay, so if I click on this, it will ask you to install. It has to be, this is Certify'em. From here you can try out how it works and everything. But if you really want to try this add-on, if you really want to try this tool, then you have to install. Okay, install Certify'em in your Google Forms. Okay, it will be installed as a part of, as an add-on for your Google Forms. So what I'm going to do now, right now, is we are going to create a quick form so that we can collect some data, and then we can create the certificates based on that data. And I'll show you how the certificates are dispersed, how you can give away the certificates based on that data. So let's quickly go and find out if you can make quickly an app or a form which will collect the data, which will collect the information of the people to whom you want to give this certificates. Okay, the forms is
Ma'am, there is a
also,
question
yeah.
here that can it be added to forms for free?
Oh yes, 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 it can be added for free. It's free for everybody. So I'm going to click on a blank form here, and let's get started. I'll show you where you are going to see it, right? And where from you can install it. As of now, in this puzzle piece shows that I have a few add-ons which I have installed for my Google form. If I click on this, it will show you I have installed a Quillgo, which is a timer and proctoring kind of an add-on. When I'm conducting exams in my school, there is form timer. I can time my form, I can time my exam, and there is Certify'em. So where from can you install? Because it is already installed here, it is not going to show up in my, you want to install kind of a list. But here from, you can click on add-ons. You see, if you click on these three dots, and these three dots, people, this always means that there are more options to try with these three dots. So whenever you see inside the forms, anywhere in any app, and you see these three dots, it means click on it, there are more options for you to try. So if I click on this, it will show me add-ons, right? I click on this add-ons, and I go to a place which is a marketplace. जैसे सब्जी मंडी होती है ना, वैसे apps की एक मंडी है. It's a marketplace. It's a Google workspace marketplace for us. We can go and find out all the apps that work for us, add-ons that work for us. And here we can even, clicking on these three lines, this hamburger, we can even customize what do we need add-ons for. So I need add-on for forms right now, right? And if I click here in Certify'em, I write Certify'em, I will be taken to that app, and you see it is showing that it has already been installed on my uh, on my Google ID and the Google thing that I am working with. It has already been installed. And when you are installing, while you are installing, I would request you to log out of all the other IDs that you are Google accounts that you are logged in with, because that might interfere sometime with the installation of any app. So if you are not able to install an app on anywhere, any app, say for example in Google Slide, also in Google Form also, the best hack is just close all the other accounts and work with only the account where you want to install, and then things are going to get quicker and easier, right? It has already been installed, and this is from where you can install this app. So let's go and quickly make a Google form where we will collect data, and from here we are going to disperse the forms or certificates. So let's say this is an English exam that I am working with. So the first question can be name, another. The second question can be, say, class. In class also, it is always good an option to specify which class. So for example, I say 10th day, then add option 10th B. I'm going to go with only two options just to show you how it works. Then I'm going to add another question, say, school name, right? And I am going to be done with that. Now, you have to remember that this Certify'em is not going to work if your form is not in the form of a quiz, right? This works as a quiz. So what you have to do is, right now I am just giving you the details of how everybody can access it. In a moment, when we are able to know the nickouts of the app, I'll tell you that how we can add questions also, points also, quiz also for the children for scoring. Like if they've scored 100%, only then they will get the certificate. If they've scored 80%. Right now, let's just get on with how to create and how to link our form uh, uh, with a quiz. All right. So here the cog that you see, the cog, this means settings. So from here, from inside the settings, you have to first of all click this email ID on. Without this, again, I say this app or this tool does not work. You have to click this collect emails, right? And then you go to quizzes, and don't forget to save your data, because if you don't save it, it will not work at all, right? So from quizzes, just turn this into a quiz. You want to release immediately after submission. You want to see the missed questions, correct answers, point values, up to you. But it is always advisable that you check these off, because they are not required as of now to give certificates to the children, right? So now I have, in the general, I have started collecting the emails. That is, the people will have to input their email ID before they can attempt this form. And in the quizzes, we have turned this into a quiz. We have turned this into a assigned value point auto grading questionnaire. All right. And then I click on save. So the change you will see is that immediately the form has changed into a collection of emails. I mean, you can change the settings from here as well, but there's no need. And right now what we are going to do is, I am going to send this form in the chat box. All right. And you can start attempting it. And let's see when I get the responses, how we are going to. All right, Shadi, I always get bucket. All right, here we are. So this is the form. You can start attempting the form. And while you are attempting, let's go to the next step of this, which is making, connecting the Certify'em or Certify'em. I always called it them, because earlier they used to call it Certify'em only, but then they changed it into M, right? So here are the add-ons. I go to my Certify'em. Oh, come on. Let me refresh my screen, and then let's see how it works, because it has to work, otherwise we won't be able to go further with this. I click on Certify'em. Now we have to enable Certify'em in this quiz. Without enabling, this quiz is not going to work, neither is Certify'em going to work. So I click on this, and it will open up a few options on my screen, right? We have to get started with this. This is going to open a couple of options for me, and therein you customize what kind of certificates you want. You customize what percentage are, if the children clear 100% or 80%. So the specifications of percentages also you are going to specify right from there. You are going to specify who all will be able to get the certificates, right? So here it is. It has opened up. All these options have opened up on your screen. And now the first thing you have to check out is the status. Now let me tell you a few things about status. It works on 24 hours cycle for free versions. All right. And because we are working right now, I am working with a free account from Google, Gmail account, my Gmail account, not my domain account. It is going to give me an option of how many 100 certificates free. All right. I'm going to get only 100 certificates free. And when this 100 certificates are over, reached, or 24 hours are reached, it is going to auto close itself. So next day you have to go and you have to click it open for next 24 hours and the fresh 100 certificates to work. So it works only with 100 certificates. Remember that. All right. And now you have to turn it on. I turn this on. In the certificates records, these are the records which are going to show me who all got the certificates. So this is Certify's own way of keeping a record of the certificates that you are sending. Now passing percentage 100%. Right now we did not turn it into a quiz. We did not add any points. So I'm going to keep it to 0%, right? Because the people haven't attempted any question here. Now this is the template. You can choose templates from here. You can choose all these templates, right? You can choose black frame, or you want to preview, you can preview them also. I'm going to click on preview all and you will be able to see what all templates are inbuilt available, or generic templates that Certify'em has to give you. These are all generic templates. Any template you can pick and use. You can save yourself the efforts of going into making a fresh certificate. So you can choose any one of them, but let me work with a customized template. Now for customized template, how does customized template work and where does it work? It works with Google Slides. I'm going to go to Google Slides, and right now together I am going to create a new template which we shall work. Now creating a template also, you have to keep a couple of things in mind, not a couple of things, more than that in mind when you are creating the template or the certificate template for the certificate. So what you have to do is, I'm just going to delete this prefixed kind of things which are coming there and we'll create a fresh thing. All right. So now what I'm going to do is, let me specify which theme I want. Okay. For example, okay, this theme works best for me. I come and add this theme, right? Or you can start with a black theme also, blank theme also, if that works well for you. So right now I'm going to start with a blank theme just because I want to customize my own template of how it works. So I go to insert. Supposingly, I want to insert an image from my computer, or I want to insert an image from the, okay, this is not my, and I got missed and beat right now saying that where are my images gone? This is not my laptop. So I'm going to pull one image from the web. So let's go and pull an image from the web. Let's say for Teachers Day. Okay, let's pull up a Teachers Day image. Okay, I like this one. I'm just going to insert anything which is coming on my screen right now to save time, right? So this is the image that you want in your certificate to be attached. Okay, I pull and drag the image wherever I want. You can place it, you can change the image, you can add borders, you can crop it, You can change the shape of it. Just very quickly, I'll just take you through. Here from you can add the border color. For example, it is the black color that you want. Here from you can specify the thickness, and here from you can specify what kind of borders do you want. You want dots, you want straight line, you want dashes, anything that you want, you can specify from here. And here from you crop the image. You can make it cropping means deleting parts of the image. It is not dragging and making it smaller or bigger. Okay, cropping cuts your image. It cuts from the corners that you decide. And the best thing I like is giving it shapes, you know. So if I want to, if this for example is a rectangular shape, I want to give it a circular shape, I can turn it into a, okay, no, that doesn't work. Okay, we were allowed to do that. Yeah. So anyways, if you can do that, I mean, in a circular shape also, if you take it in a circular shape and you take the shape backwards and you bring the photo forward, all these things are going to work for you. For example, this is the shape that I have decided works well for my certificate. Now, what is the text that I am going to insert? So let's go to the text box and start inserting what do we want the certificate to include. So what I want is this certificate is awarded to, you have to include curly braces here to include the mergers. Now these fields that we are going to write, if we had to write the name and everything on our own, then there was no fun pulling out the data from the form, right? So here, these are known as merger fields, and these fields are going to pull out the data from the form that we had just created, okay? Right. So the data we had was name, class, and this email is not going to be included in the curly braces because this email's only a thing was to send an address where the certificate will be sent. It is not going to be included in the curly braces. We are going to start with name. So for name, what do we write? This is going to start with full name. This is customized thing. You cannot change it. You cannot change the full name to only name or to only full or to only last name, only first name. You cannot do that. Whatever you have to do, you will have to do in the form. If you want to collect last names, write last names. If you want to collect first names, write in the form first names. Here, whatever is coming up as the name is going to be pulled out. You have to write full name and then the curly braces closed for, from, class. Okay. Now, when I write from, I really have to pull out the class from there, don't I? So I write curly braces again, and I will not write class. I'm not going to write class here. What I'm going to write? Other identifier, because that is how this works. What I'm going to write? Other identifier. You can, in the free versions, you can pick up 2 identifiers, full name, title, and date. Okay, all these merger fields can be pulled out from for Certify'em for free version. So I'm going to write other identifier, and please take care of of the spellings. If spelling of other goes wrong, if the spelling of identifier goes wrong, it is not going to work for you, right? It is not going to work. So we have to really take care of how this thing works. From other identifier, this is going to pick up your class because that was next. And then again, if you can write school, or if you want to write in or at, and then you can pick up the other identifier too. And 2 also has to be close enough. You cannot leave a space. Okay, just take care of these things. Oh, okay, this was not going to work. Curly braces, right? And then you can write event. Event is going to picked up from the title of the form. Here, this is what is going to be picked up in the event. So you have to be very careful about what you are going to write in the form title that is going to be taken up as the event. So here I am, and here I go, I write title, and then I can pull up the date. Okay, identifier gone. On. So this is how you are going to set, and then you can go and customize it further by giving it, say, the font or the size you want, so on and so forth. So this we have created how the data is going to pulled up in the customized, what do you call, let me give it in the center, and we are done, right? So here I am and I have done this, and let's connect now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give this a name, this file a name, say demo file, because I have to pick up the name of the file in the form. Okay. Now what I do is I attach a template here. In the template, I'm going to go to custom, use a custom send template. And in my template, I am going to attach the name of the file that we have just created, which was demo file. Click on select, save changes, and we're done. Right now, what you have to do, some more options you can try, which are in advanced. Okay, so what we are going to do in advance is, see, I think the people who had filled the form, the certificates are gone, because right now my certificates are showing that it has remained to 88. Earlier it was 91, now it is 88 or 87. So that means the certificates have been, it is automatically linking. You do not have to wait. I'm just telling you some advanced features. Now, what is the message that is going to show up when you submit it? Thank you for your submission. This is a very rude way of writing. If you pass, you will receive a printable service. I never use this. I write, thank you for joining us, and you shall get your certificates very soon. You shall be getting it in your folders, in your Gmail or whatever. You can write the name of the center here. Okay, I'm going to write my name. Maybe I'm going to write my name. Then I can write the email, subject email. So when the person gets certificate, it is going, the subject is going to show up in the subject list. It is going to show up as if you have received an email and the email has a certificate. So I'm going to write, please find your certificate attached. Right, and then you can write the contents. Okay, say thank you for joining us and all. I'm not going to write everything. Pleased and done. Then you can write, you can want to send it as a PDF or as an image. I prefer always PDFs, or you can share via mail or Google Drive. This is also a very interesting option. When you are selecting email, the certificates are going to go and you do not have any copy of the sent certificate. You just have a copy in your sent mail. But if you want that, you want to make a Google Drive folder wherein all the details of the certificates that you have sent are going to, you want a copy of the certificate in your drive as well, you can send it to Google Drive as well, right? And then time zone, whichever you want, you can collect, and format. So which kind of a date format are you looking for? I always go with the first one, MMDT or the best is let it pick automatic. Okay, whichever date format it wants. I click on save image or save changes, and just a moment, just give me 1 second. Okay, so here I am. I have got 5 responses. These are the people. Let me fill the response in front of you and see how this works. So I'm going to fill one response of my people. Vishali, I'm going to take 1 minute, just one.
Yes, yes, no worries. In the meanwhile, those who have filled, did you get the certificate?
Not yet.
Not yet, yes.
Okay, because I filled and I have got my certificate immediately. So anyway, we'll see.
Yes, received.
Received?
Received.
Awesome.
So
I still haven't received it. It says that Certify'em has received access to my account because I downloaded it, installed it in phones, but I haven't received the certificate yet.
ma'am, we'll see. Just see. I'll give you the hangarounds around that also. That is why I just wanted 2 minutes so that I could start with, right? Now, this is my email ID. This is my name. This is the class I'm choosing. This is the school. Okay, and I hit on submit. Now, as soon as I submit, it will show me that my certificates is there. My certificate has been created, and my certificate is going to be available for me in whichever method I had chosen. I had chosen here in advance. I had chosen, say here, either you have chosen your drive or you have chosen PDF. So if you have chosen drive, your certificates are going to be under updates folder of Gmail. If you have chosen email, your certificates are going to be in the primary folder of your email, right? Right now, I'm going to go to my email ID and let's see. I will show you if somebody does not receive a certificate, where to go and check and process the certificate again also, because that happens sometimes, that if somebody does not receive the certificate, how are you going to check whether the certificate was received or not? Now you see under updates, I just created one, right? You can see my screen. One item has been shared with you, certificate for Dr. Nirchit Kaur for English exam, because I had submitted. I am also getting it in my Prime saying that my certificate is on now. So I go here, I click on this certificate, I click on this notification, which I have got under my updates folder. I'm going to open my certificate and let's see what turns up in my certificate. It is in the format of a PDF. So a PDF is opening up for me and here it is. So something went wrong with the title because I have, okay. Now, can you tell me why this title isn't working?
The brackets are not correct.
Absolutely. This is not curly bracket and that is why it is not working. Other things are working. The name is working, class is working, other identifier 2 is working. Title is not working because the brackets were wrong. So I go here, I make changes in my brackets and then I will get the title also wherever I want. Now, next thing that you can try, if somebody says, I haven't received my certificate, how are you going to check and how are you going to reprocess? You cannot ask them to go on filling again and again. Dobara bhar dijiye. No. So what you're going to do is, I will go to Certify'em again. Here, I will click on Certify'em and I will click on Recent Certificates column. Now, when it is Recent Certificate, what happens is, it is going to show me a list of people who had filled the certificate and the processing was not done. See, processing is done with Narjeet, Alok, Rushali, Astha, Charanjit. Charanjit, no processing. It is showing no because the certificate hasn't been processed. So I click on reprocess. The certificate will work. Reprocess, reprocess. So for Prachi, Kanika, Charanjit, it will show no because it has not delivered the certificate to them for some or the other reason. Right now it is reprocessing and you have come to know that these 3 people did not get the certificate and it is working. It might take a couple of minutes to work and then you can see now Charanjit, it is turning yes, gone. Kanika, it is working, yes. And now the last one, Prachi left, it is working. And this is how people are going, all the certificates have been processed. So all the responses that were there for the certificate have been given. Please do check your mails and you are going to get it either under primary if it is through mail, and you're going to get under updates column. Okay, you are going to get it under updates folder. In your updates folder, if somebody has shared it to the drive. And not only in updates folder, you are going to get it, the certificate. You can check out the certificate in your drive also under shared with me folder. So this certificate is going to be there in your drive. If somebody has shared it through the drive, you are going to get that certificate in the drive in the shared with me folder as well. Right? So this is how certificates have worked. This is how Certify'em works. Okay, right. So any questions right now, please let me know, because certificates are going to be created like this only. So let me get you a quick revision, a quick navigation through the process. First, you will create a form where you will collect the information of the students or the people in your training whom you want to give the certificate to. Second, you have to install Certify'em, the app, okay, in your account, Google account. Third, you are going to open that, and then we are going to link our form. Your Certify is only with forms, not otherwise. For slides, it is Autocrat. For forms, it is Certify'em. Certify'em does not work with slides or other apps. Then you have to link the certificate. Then you have to make a demo. If you wish to, you can make a customized template for the certificate. You can create that at Canva. Please go take a picture from the Canva, bring it back in the slides, and then these identifiers and these merger fields can be created inside that picture only if you have left appropriate space for that. And this is how it works. So you have to link it, and then the certificates are going to be delivered to the people who have filled that particular Google form for you, who have filled that form. And if they have filled it appropriately, they will get it appropriately. So you tell them that you have to be very careful about rewriting your name, because if they fill the wrong name is going to go to them. Though there are ways and means of correcting that also, but it is a cumbersome process, so let's not get into that. And we can create a certificates in a very, very convenient manner to the process that we have just shared. Right.
Ma'am, I have another question. Since we did not, right now, we did not make the form as a quiz where we would do the grading and then accordingly give the certificate. So when we do make it like that, is it possible to give more than one criteria? Like, for example, I use let's say template A for people who've scored above 90%, template B for people who've scored 80%. Is something like that possible, or there can be only one template?
There can be only one template, but the percentage can be reflected in the template. See, I'll tell you here. For example, this is the demo, right? And you can write here for scoring, again in parenthesis, percent. When I write this percent, it will pull out the score that the child has scored or the child has got, and it is going to reflect in the certificate. There is no way of attaching more than one template in one form. You can create multiple forms for that. You cannot do that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Can you please share that linking part, how to link?
Sure, ma'am. Sure. So here is my form. Here is my form which I had created. I click on this puzzle piece. This means add-ons. Okay. We call it for convenience. हम लोग इनके नाम रख देते हैं चीजों के convenience के लिए, ताकि बंदे को याद रहता है, बहुत जल्दी याद हो जाता है. When I say tilted tree, puzzle piece, सबको याद रहता है. So this is the icon which means add-ons. So I click on here. I click on Certify'em because it has already been installed. Then I will click on show certify controls. It is going to open up the entire block for associating my specifications with the form. So first of all, you have to link to the form. The certification should be on. And if you do not want it, I mean, the certificates are done and you do not want people to be attempting it, either you can stop accepting responses from here, or you can turn this also off. All right, both ways it works. You can turn it off. Right now, I'm going to turn it on so that you can see. And this is for the certificate records. Who all have submitted and what all certificates have gone. You can. This is the record for Certify'em that it creates. It is a spreadsheet. When you click on it, it will show you a spreadsheet of the people who have already submitted. So it will not show you the record of iska certificate gaya, iska certificate gaya. It will only show you the record of who all have submitted the form, right? Then the passing, you can clarify anybody who has passed 100% or only 90% or 80% are going to get the certificate. Others will not get the certificate if they have not passed with the desired percentage. Here, they will not get the certificate. Right now, I'm putting it to 0% just because I have not included any question that has grading, that has marks. right? And from here, I pull the demo file. Either you can, take out any of these generic automated, templates that are available with Certify'em, or you can create your own template with your custom template. And if you want to check out how this works, you can click on email me a sample. Immediately in your mail, your sample will be delivered. अगर मैंने इसको ईमेल में सैंपल करा होता तो मुझे पता चल जाता कि इवेंट में मैंने ब्रेसेस नहीं लगाए, मेरा सर्टिफिकेट गलत हो रहा है, right? So I would have gone and corrected back and come back here. Then in advanced also, you can see there are a lot of advanced options. You can try sending it as a PDF or an image. You can decide. You can write a subject also, what the when the certificate is going to receive in the email of the person to whom you are sending. It should be a very nice positive subject that many congratulations, you have achieved and you have this and what, you can do that in the email of the body also. You can write that, and standard time also you can specify, because this is Asian time and this is India time. By default from Google it will appear. You can decide the time also, but I do not like this option a lot because it creates a lot of chaos when you're changing the standard time. And then the format is going to be, I click it automatic, and you can go for any day, first day with a slash, or the last day with a slash, or the month with a slash, with a dot, with a slash, hyphen, any ways that you want. You can set your date format, and do not forget to click on save changes. Otherwise your changes will not be accepted by Certify'em, और आप लोग ढूंढते रह जाएंगे कि मैंने तो चेंजेस कर दिए थे, ये हो क्यों नहीं रहा है, कहाँ गए सारे चेंजेस, right? And the next thing you can do is you can release scores also to the children after this, right from here. See, from responses the children will ask you कि मेरे को certificate क्यों नहीं मिला, and then you can release scores from here. See, you did not achieve 80%, and that is why your certificate was not given, or your these many questions were wrong, that is why you did not get the certificate. You can release the scores to the children from here in one click. And this is how we link the certification for Certify'em with our form.
And for the reprocessing, we have to click on advanced button, or again
no, for
on
reprocessing for this here and Certify'em, and then resend certificates. Click on resend certificates. It will open up a whole bunch of names before you. जिनको सर्टिफिकेट चले गए, प्रोसेसिंग हो गई, yes, प्रोसेस नहीं हुआ, no. You just have to click on the yes for that processing to happen.
Can you reprocess mine again, because no, the design which I have received is looking like this. Can you see?
Okay ma'am, this is why this is happening was because मैंने डेमो फाइल बाद में अटैच करी है और आपके 3 सर्टिफिकेट फॉर्म के भर गए थे पहले,
okay
है ना? तो
okay.
उसने डिफॉल्ट जो पहला डिफॉल्ट था ना, ये वाला, ये जो पहला डिफॉल्ट था उसने उठा, yeah, they picked up that is why. Not a
And
problem.
if we are
I will
taking,
ma'am, your name
Astha, yeah.
Let me reprocess it again and let's see what happens now.
And if we are taking any pre-certificate like these templates, then also we have to write the parentheses and everything.
It will open up a sample for you. You will have then parenthesis is not required. Then it will pick from the form automatically. Then you do not have to customize. It is pre-customized. But you have to take care of what you write in the first. जहाँ पर लिसा लिखा है वहाँ पर नाम ही आना चाहिए, right? And that is why I do not like custom, things. Because
can you show one?
Yeah, it is there with you. I'll preview all. See. It is, for example, this is brown frame, right? Now, when you write the first Lisa Simpson, here the name is going to be reflected. So you have to take care कि आपका जो first item है ना आपके इसमें certificate में, just hold on. So the first thing that you write, the first question that you write, the first specification that you write should be name only. Only then it is going to pull full name there, right? Then this is second identifier, Springfield Elementary, second identifier. This is title, this is date, and this is score. So it will automatically pick from the form. But you have to when you are creating a form, you should be a little careful of कि अगर आपने customize करना है तो पहले नाम लिखिए, फिर second identifier में आप कुछ भी लिखिए, it will pick up, right? Has completed, फिर आप title लिखिए, and so on and so forth.
So that means name, title, and date. And other than these are named as identifiers.
Only 2 identifiers are allowed. 2 in
Okay,
free.
only 2.
Other identifier and other identifier 2.
Okay.
So only these 2 merger fields are allowed in free versions.
Okay. I have received my mail and it is written this email grants access to this item without login. And I mean, why it is coming like this? Let me check. Ask the owner. You need permission. It is written.
Then you send me permission, I'll grant you permission. Otherwise, permission is not required. Others have also received. Are you working with your school ID or your ID?
No, my personal.
Your personal ID. I hope you have filled the form and you are accessing the certificate with the same email with which you have filled the form. That also hampers which drive you are opening.
I have given Yahoo ID. I have received in Yahoo. But when I am opening it, it is opening through Gmail. Why like this? Why it's coming like this?
Maybe it is not accepting the Yahoo ID. Others have received with Gmail IDs. Others have received. Maybe that is the problem, but I will work through it and we can find
Okay,
out.
that means we have to use only Gmail IDs when we are using this particular.
Preferably.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, maybe.
Najeeb, ma'am, one favor can you do?
Yeah, sure,
Can you
please.
just show the format again?
Which format? Demo file?
Yeah.
Certificate format? Here it is.
Yeah.
नजीब मैम ये जो टैग्स है इसको हम ऑरेंज स्टेट स्टाफ रूम में आप डाल देंगे as a reference for them.
I will share the link of the tags from Certify wala website only.
Chalega,
so you will get all the certificate tags. So I'll share the link in the staff room from that.
Perfect. Thank you.
Ma'am, suppose we take a quiz and quiz we say that above 80% children will get these certificate. So that quiz we will attach with these certificates so that automatically it will go.
Yes,
so ma'am, what identifier we have to insert that it will take more than 80% only, not to below that he should give the certificate?
Ma'am, that we have to specify in our certificate here. Like in the controls. In the controls, we can control the people who are going to score above 80% are going to get it. So like, for example, it is opening. I'll show you when it shows 0%, 20%, 25%, 30%, 40% here. Passing percentages,
okay. Yes,
80.
yes.
So only people who have scored 80% are going to get the certificate.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anything else?
So what we'll do is the tags that has to be done. So Narjeet ma'am will share it on our staff room, the Facebook group of staff room. Those who have not joined, I'll be sharing the link in the group again. If you want, you can join that group so that Narjeet ma'am will share the tags which you can use on your certificates. And what you can do is maybe after task. So we usually don't give tasks for micro training, but since this is a practice tool, after the session gets over, just create a form, add a Certify'em add-on and send the form link to us. Let's fill and see if we can get the certificates. What's in Ajit ma'am?
I am game for it.
Yeah. So what'll happen is like Najit ma'am did 2 times in this 45 minutes, right? It's a 15-minute activity. Just do it immediately after the session and send it to us.
Yeah.
Send it in the Facebook group so that others can also see that you have been trained to send certificates automatically.
Ma'am, can you also send those tags in the WhatsApp group that you've created for today's class?
We usually share all the resources on the Facebook group itself. Okay. Okay, great.
Ma'am?
Yes, Charanjit ma'am.
Sorry to interfere. Ma'am said that 100 certificates. So 100 certificates we get in one day.
One day.
Right. Okay.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Najit ma'am was very quick and very effective. It's very quick and very effective. So Najit ma'am is using this extensively.
Yeah.
So, like I shared that she is a Google Educators Group leader for Amritsar and Punjab, and they conduct these live programs for teachers, for educators, and those who participate they get this certificate. So she is using Certify'em extremely extensively, and you can customize your see. It's a Google slide, right? So in Google
Yeah.
slide you can add images, you can add anything you want. You can give a background, you can give a border, how much ever you want to design a certificate, you can create your own, add school logo, add your own photo, whatever you want to do, right? And yeah, so trust me, it's a very, very interesting tool because you just fill the form and automatically you get a certificate, right? So for teachers, it's less work, right?
Yeah.
So great. Thank you so much, Najit ma'am. It was very lovely and very nice. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
And
dear
if you,
participants. Yes,
if you
please.
have any query, please you can get to me or Shali, or the best thing is just post in the Facebook group. Definitely, I will get back to it with the query. This or anything, you can ask.
Sure. Any tool you want to ask about, any tool, or if you don't know the tool but you know the strategy what you want to do, Najit ma'am will be able to do research and tell you which tool will help.
Yeah.
Right. So like I introduced her as a tech geek, you tell a strategy, she'll give you a tool for it.
Ma'am, can you
Whatever you
mention
want.
again which tool we need to use for Google Slides? Like we use Certify'em for forms. Which one do we use for Google Slides?
Autocrat,
That's for slides and sheet.
slides and sheets.
It's AUTOCRAD.
CRAT.
Or T.
T.
Okay, Autocrat. Okay.
Autocrat.
Thank you.
We had a session Autocrat last week where Najit
Yeah.
ma'am showed us how to use Autocrat.
Okay.
Anyway, great. Thank you so much. So what you'll do is you have to share your form in the Facebook so that we'll know that you have done the settings properly and you are able to send the certificates. All right, cool.
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much. It was lovely. We'll quickly click a picture and we have a session at 5:30. So some of you are coming there as well. Prachi ma'am, you have to come there for the session, right? So let's quickly click a picture.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
yeah, Najit ma'am, thank you.
Which session is at 5:30? I think
It's
I'm
on mathematics. I'll just take a picture
oh.
and thank you. Yeah, so that session is, ma'am, on mathematical strategies, how to implement mathematics. So students struggle a lot in checking their sums, making silly mistakes. So what strategies you can use so that silly mistakes are avoided. So that is the session. Okay, great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Najit ma'am. It's always fun to learn from you.
Yes. Thank you, Najit ma'am. Thank you, Roshali.
Thank you. Bye bye. Take
Bye-bye.
care.
You too.